Hello, humans. Master Dinnerflex here, bringing you the low quality content you deserve. And today, I'll be going over Saphira control. Now, this deck, Saphira came out, Duelist Alliance. I know it has at least one regional top in its entire history, but it's a really cool ritual. There are not a lot of rituals that you can just say are good. They're almost worth, if not worth, ritual summoning. There are actually not a lot of those. Herald is one of them. Demise is one of them. Saphira is one of them. But most of them are either very lackluster, need a lot of setup, or even when you get that setup, it's not worth it. But this one pays for itself, and it keeps paying for itself. This is a really cool ritual by design. And the way it works, you can really just build an entire deck around it. So that's what I did. So I'm going to go ahead and get straight into this. We got triple Saphira. We got double Sarvis. Now, Sarvis, you don't actually ritual summon. You just use it as a hand trap. So I guess I should explain what Saphira does for people who don't know. So Saphira, the turn she is ritual summoned, or the turn that this can apply to either player's turn, that a light was sent from your hand, from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you can activate one of her effects, and her three effects you can choose from are: you can draw 2 cards and discard 1 card, you can discard a random card out of your opponent's hand, or you can recycle any light monster from your graveyard. That's a hard ones per turn, so you can't have multiples and do multiple effects. But the way you use Saphira with hand traps is you get the first turn, you deep draw, try to see if you can get some hand traps, or if you already have hand traps, maybe you can recycle some. It's up to you, but then every turn you just hand trap your opponent, and then during the end phase you just grab it right back, so they accomplish very little on their turn, while at the same time Saphira is just going to keep shoving their shit in with Honest and stuff, because it can also recycle Honest. And Sarveya's is a way to protect her from targeting effects like Unicorn and whatnot. Just targeting effects that don't destroy her, this can help you deal with. And it's searchable because it's a ritual. For the incantations, we're only playing 6. 2 Candle, 2 Talismanda, 2 Chalice Slime. There's no benefit whatsoever in recycling anything in this deck. With the incantations, the ritual spell, the only one you want to play, you want to leave in the graveyard. The ritual monsters, Saphira will already recycle them if you even want to recycle them, which most of the time you don't. The only one you want to recycle is Surveya's, but Saphira can do that on her own. So you don't actually want to recycle anything. And these are good, but it's really Chalice Slime, the one you're wanting to see. And since it's preppable, this is the one you actually just want to see over these two. Because, well, yes, you're getting one less body, you're actually just getting further. Not to mention it's a discard outlet for lights. If you just have nothing to negate, you can just discard a light to trigger Saphira. Triple Honest, this is how Saphira becomes unkillable. Him makes it immune to card effect destruction or battle destruction by banishing itself, kind of like Return of the Dragon Lords. While Surveillance can protect her from being targeted, and Honest protects her from all aspects of battle. So it creates this almost unbeatable monster that you can keep protecting, keep using its effects over and over again, and that's really cool. Triple Veiler, another light hand trap that keeps her going. Double Ghost Ogre, same thing. Now, for the most part, I thought I was done with this, but I noticed that these hand traps, well, they're good. They don't really halt your opponent. They can usually play around these ones, but the Heralds, which are searchable with Benton, they really can't play around. If you Veiler a Saryuja, sometimes they can still keep it going because they'll have the link and they can keep link climbing, or Ghost Ogring a Saryuja, they still get the draw, so they have a chance to come back. But if you Orange Light a Saryuja, if you Orange Light anything like that, it gets rid of it and negates it. Very powerful. And Herald of Greenlight is almost strictly in here for Called by the Grave, because this is a deck based entirely around hand traps. So having negation for that is important. But it also stops, like, there are all these, like, deal with monsters, and, like, monster stuff, but having one that actually deals with spell stuff is very nice. And one Eva to search it. So, if you ritual summon Saphira, attributing Benton, you'll get a search, but you'll actually search Eva unless you really need an honest. And then during the end phase, you're going to use Saphira to draw 2, discard Eva. Then Eva's going to banish the Benton to get you any of the Heralds. And if you have another fairy, you have you just search negation. So yeah, 2 Benton, very good for that. And then 3 Manju. It's a light fairy that searches all your ritual stuff, which can also search Salala Slime if you need it. 3 pre-prep, we're playing a standalone ritual, so this is very good. 3 prep, searches a lot in this deck. 3 Himmelite, it's a very good ritual spell. I actually really think this is really cool. Like I said, not only does it ritual summon, but it also is a Return of the Dragon Lords in your graveyard for ritual monsters. And then 3 Dragon's Bind. While you control Saphira, you can target it. And while Saphira stays on the field, neither player can special summon monsters with less or equal attack to Saphira. Meaning it's just a Vanity's Emptiness for the 2,500 or less attack mark. Which there are some things that can get around it, but you're usually searching Orange Light and like Ghost Ogre for stuff like that. For the side deck, 3 Lancia, because it's a light hand trap that's really good against quite a bit of decks. Dinko Sekka to deal with back row, and it's a light, and you're playing Honest, so you can actually leave it on the board for quite a few turns. 2 Watt Kinetic Puppeteer, it's a weird light hand trap that deals with Sky Striker and Guard Dragons. 2 Purple Light for trap decks. It only really interacts with Floodgates. It doesn't interact with counter traps, but it's still kind of useful in those matchups. 2 Twin Twister. Discards lights, and then 3 evenly matched. Extra deck doesn't really matter. The only ones I really make are Fairy Cheer Girl with like 2 Manjus. Just get a random draw. Minerva's kind of okay because if you want to see a specific hand trap, you can mill 3 with like 2 of your level 4s, and then see if you can hit it off there, and Saphira can recycle it. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I'm going to keep working on this deck because I actually really enjoy playing it. It's got a, like, it almost feels like Bujins, but it's like a mix between like Bujins and, I don't know how to describe it, but it is very similar to Bujins. You're trying to protect this one. It's like, that's what it is. It's like a mix between, Guru Control and Bujins, where it's like, you're searching negation to protect the castle, but the castle protects itself, which is nice. So that's why I really like this deck. So yeah, that's about it. Thank you all for watching, and remember, Master Dinnerflax will take your soul.